Hi, Nerino Petro, Practice Management Advisor for the State Bar's LOMAP program, and I'm here at the 2012 Wisconsin Solo Small Firm Conference with my good friend Ross Kodner of Microlaw. We've just got done presenting 10 or more things that you can do with the software you have or should already have. And Ross, if you had to pick 3 of your top tips from this session, what would they be?
I guess if I had to narrow it down, I would pick in Windows 7 in particular, and we'll see this in the new Windows 8, which literally was released today, October 26, when we're recording this, is a function called the snipping tool. And what the snipping tool does is it's a free included utility with Windows 7, all versions of it, that lets you take a screenshot of anything you see on screen and save it as a graphic file that you can then insert in, say, a Word document or an Outlook email or a PowerPoint or even into an Excel spreadsheet. The way you find that is go to Start, and in the little search box that appears at the bottom of the Windows 7 Start menu, just type snipping tool, 2 words. You'll see it appear on the list, and click on it, and then from there it's pretty obvious how to use it. You just drag the cursor around a block of text. Literally, it pops up ready for you to save to any folder on your system and insert it. That would be number 1. I'd say the second one would be in Adobe Acrobat, and this applies to Adobe Acrobat Standard or Pro Edition versions 7 through the current version 11, or Roman numeral X1. And this is a function called bookmarks, and what bookmarks lets you do is create a completely hyperlinked navigable table of contents in a PDF. So for example, let's say you have a 40-page contract. You can take all of the section headings, turn them into a table of contents, save the document, go into PDF Properties, which is found under the File menu, then Properties, or keyboard shortcut is Control-D. And if you go to the View tab, there's a function that determines what someone will see on their screen when they open that PDF that you send them. And change it from Page Only to Bookmark Panel and Page, click OK, and then save your document. When the recipient gets this PDF that you send them, they'll see the visual part of the PDF, and on the left side of the screen they'll see a table of contents that they can click on to quickly navigate to each section of the document. An extreme convenience. I would say number 3 would be a Word tip that we talked about in our program today, a function that exists in Word 2010 and the about to be released Word 2013 called Quick Parts. Now Quick Parts is a modern replacement for the old auto text function, which still exists, but is kind of an older approach. The idea that you can highlight any block of text, a clause, which might be 1 paragraph or even 1 sentence, or it might be 10 pages long, and save that and build a library of those saved, essentially building blocks, as Microsoft refers to them. You can organize them by category. So for example, you could have, you could take all of your family law agreements, break them down into clauses, store them by clause type. Then by going to the Insert ribbon in Word and then Quick Parts, if you pull that down, you'll see your areas of practice and then subcategories. Click there and you'll see each one of those clauses. Simply click on it and it will insert that entire clause, however long, and even if it has graphics in it, it could be your firm logo, for example, and insert it at the cursor point in the document. So you can literally snap together a document from your best clauses.
Well, one of the things about tips, and if they can't get the materials, and for those that may be watching this that don't have a desire to go through all of those, how do you find tips? How do you come across these things, and how do you find them to use yourself?
Well, first thing is come to CLEs like this, and come to the Solo and Small Firm Conference. If you've never been here before, you're really missing out. And, the reality is, in an earlier session this morning, the audience was polled as to size, and there was only 1 person from a firm with more than 20 users. And you could be in a firm with 1,000 users. You could be a lawyer at Foley or Quarles and Brady, and maybe sometimes feel like you're a solo inside of a large firm. You're going to learn things coming here. So this isn't just for solo and small firm lawyers, technically speaking. But what I would say, the tip I give people is, with every piece of software that you have, undoubtedly there are many things that it can do that you don't know about. And so before rushing out and buying things new, I tell people you should first focus on better using what you already have. And the easiest way to do that isn't to have to read a book or slog through a website tutorial, but rather, for example, in Word 2010, it has a series of ribbons, which are replacements for pull-down menus. You should click on every ribbon and click on every function. And you might take 3 or 4 a day and then figure it out. There's always a help button, and help in Word 2010 is superb. It's the antithesis of what it was before when it was completely useless. It's superb with click-by-click instructions and little tutorial videos. And so, for example, with something like Quick Parts that we just talked about, you know what? If you've looked at it and said before, I have no idea what the heck that is, so I'm staying far away from it, it's the wrong approach. Click on it. Pull up a document, save it to a new name so you're not going to to have to worry about risking ruining a real active client document, and experiment. That's the best way to learn. To find out about the functions of the software you already have, you have to look and see what's there.